to Hong Kong students and also students in Europe, including the Netherlands, Greece, and also in England. I didn't really want to release exactly the names of the institutions, but actually some of the institutions that we surveyed actually appeared in Professor Rimmer's last presentation. And so we have two major conclusions so far. And first of all, we believe that students, what they're expecting from the program, they are very strategically driven by practical considerations. What the students would like, they often emphasize on the knowledge and skills which can be used immediately to solve practical, day-to-day operational and management problems. Put it simple, we are not saying that academic theories are useless. In fact, and this is something that we value a lot, but still in terms of the program, I think our program believes that there must be elements of which can actually help students, which means you, to help practical day-to-day management problems. There are some small variations between undergraduate and postgraduate students, but I think I can leave it in the Q&A session for further discussion if you would like to. But for the second point is that for students, whether you believe the program are practical or occupational oriented, how would you regard a program that can actually fulfill the above objective? And for them, their answer was that, well, it really depends on, first of all, whether the institution has established good network with the industrial sector. And how can this be reflected? By the availability of internships and trainings offered by the industries to the university, and of course, ultimately to the students. Well, it seems significantly or straightforward enough that students expect the programs to be practical, and also, but perhaps the interesting point here is that a lot of students, they actually hope that during the program, there actually should be internship and training offered by the industries to the university. So in other words, it actually means that our program will have some additional burden or responsibility because we also need to put some efforts to actually help the students to get internships. I certainly cannot guarantee every student will get a full-time job after the program, but then this is one of our major characters of our department's program, is that we will help you to find an internship if you come to enroll. And in fact, I think, again, in a Q&A, if you would like to know more, you can discuss with me, because I am actually the coordinator of internship for this program. But anyway, in this case then, what our BBA and MSc programs are doing. First of all, I didn't mention here, but PolyU, our program, we have a very strong orientation towards transportation. Because if you still remember in the first slide, actually the name of our department is Department of Logistics and Maritime Studies. And so we do have a strong transport orientation. And so for both our BBA and MSc, the full name is BBA in International Shipping and Transport Logistics. And for the MSc is MSc in International Shipping and Transport Logistics. We do have other programs in a more business logistics sense. For example, we have an MSc in Supply Chain Management. We also have an MSc in Quality Management. But however, given the fact that my focus is more on transportation, so I can focus on the international shipping and transport logistic programs to you. But so we know about the trend, about what China or what East Asia would like, and also we also pay attention to what exactly is the real world development. So our programs are mainly having two major themes of which we would like to achieve. First of all is hot or nodal integrated logistics systems with specific focus on China and the Asia Pacific region. And so we put a lot of emphasis on the management and operation and efficiency of transport and logistic nodes, because we believe that it is important. And also, we also strive to provide practical knowledge and skills which are appealing to employers, which allow our graduates not just to participate, but substantially contribute to the development of this new strategic direction. I think for this very detailed objective, Professor Rimmer has already mentioned a lot, and so I think I will be repeating if I actually talk about all these objectives again. But one thing for sure is that our program would want to ensure that all our students would be competitive in the logistic markets, especially in Hong Kong and China, and in East Asia, and perhaps more importantly, we actually, every year, we do have a benchmark for ourselves, is that by the time when you graduate, what is the percentage of our students can actually get a job within the logistics or transportation industry within 3 months. And we have an informal, I would say, it's not an official rule, but informally, our objective is to hope that they will, at least 90% of our students will be able to secure a position within 3 months after graduation. And so, some of the special characteristics of our program is a strong emphasis on the interactive and student-centered learning methods, including case studies and simulation exercise. As I said, substantial emphasis on nodal integrated subjects and discussions, of which we will further discuss in the next slide. Every year, we organize local and international visits to companies and other organizations. In terms of the faculty staff, I think different from the program that Professor Rimmer had mentioned. Most of the courses were taught by our faculty members within the department. We have about 30 faculty members in our department, which are offering courses in different aspects of logistics. But especially for the MSc program, I will have a point that I would like to emphasize. Actually, in the MSc program, approximately 30% of the courses provided, they are actually taught by industrial practitioners. And what it means is, I can give you an example. For example, a course in port policy and management. Currently, the MSc course is actually taught by the marketing director. I've forgotten its marketing or operations director, but one of the directors of the Hong Kong International Terminals of the Port of Hong Kong. He is actually the chief instructor. In this case, our department, of course, we will have a so-called subject leader who is an academic staff who will provide some guidance to the instructor. But basically the whole course is designed and assessed by these industrial practitioners. We try to have a balance between academic courses and these courses which are taught by industrial practitioners, because we believe that industrial practitioners can actually provide more really day-to-day cases, and also the type of practical skills and day-to-day knowledge to our students. And also for the instructors who are teaching, you may ask, how good are they? And perhaps you may also ask about, well, so in theory, if I go to a shipping company, I go to ask the guy at the reception, you can come and teach me a course. I think it's possible. But then in terms of quality control, PolyU actually have a very strict rule stating that for those instructors, from the industry who can come to PolyU to teach, they must fulfill two criteria. First of all, is that they must have at least 10 years of work experience in the relevant industry. So in this case, either logistics or transportation. And more importantly, out of these 10 years, at least 5 years, they must be possessing a position, a senior position within the company. So in this case, for example, I'm talking about director or at least a senior manager in their respective companies. And actually, and this is something that our program, there are also, in terms of accreditation, there are also two points that we can give you more confidence. Is that, first of all, our program, and actually PolyU in general, is accredited by the AACSB. So the full name is the International Organization on the Quality, International Quality of our Faculty of Business. And so our Faculty of Business is recognized internationally. And for some of you who are more interested in maritime logistics, I think another point would also be relevant to you is because actually the Hong Kong, our department's program, our MSc in International Shipping and Transport Logistics, is the only program in Hong Kong which are officially recognized by the International Maritime Organization, which is providing an accredited maritime logistic program accredited by the IMO, if you know IMO. And